Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 648. We are also putting in 647 because that was yesterday's episode with John Deaton running for Senate. I forgot to name the TacoBytes part of it, so it is out there. We did it. We had a great time. Put some good interviews out there. I hope you all really enjoyed that. That was a blast. Today was day 3 of Consensus here in Austin, Texas. Oh my gosh, it was an amazing day. Some great speakers. We did a lot of different events on the side in between the conference and coming and going. I don't even know where to start. First off, got to see some of the smaller talks with some of the smaller projects that were doing their pitches. Huge shout out to Race Finance. I am 100% biased. I love the entire team. I'm part of the team. So yeah, being named in the top 40 of Consensus hot startups. Then I want to do a huge shout out to, I didn't get to meet all of you, but all of the builders that participated in the Consensus hackathon. Huge shout out to you. And all of the submissions, there was about 20 submissions total, I think. It was just sort of cool to see all of the builders building different tracks and different things. So shout out to Talisman, Polkadot, Stella Swap, Layer Zero, some amazing things. There was a lot of alpha dropped. And like when I say alpha, not like inner cabal, like here's the contract out address, but like big things happening, we had PayPal dropping PYUSD on Solana, Layer Zero integrating their bridge to Solana. So now they're on like 65 chains for Layer Zero. And now Polkadot just announced partnering with Cosmos. Not Polkadot, Solana partnering with Cosmos for direct integration between Cosmos and Solana. A ton of stuff, but one of the things we forgot to cover, we weren't able to cover as we went live for the fight last night, but huge shout out to all the fighters. That was an amazing time. I personally I felt like nothing was left on the mat. Everyone put their entire heart and soul into those fights, and it was an amazing time. One of my friends, J Chains, did not win his fight. Lost against Billy McFarland from Fire Festival. Billy McDonald. McFarland sounds right. And then we saw Belly and Mia, and there was just the women fighting. It was just an amazing time. Got to see so much effort being put out by everyone. And then the rest of today, smaller projects, got to do a ton of interviews with projects that like were on the fringe that no one was really talking to too much. So huge shout out to all of those projects that showed up, are doing cool things, and we'll talk about more as we publish those videos out with them. Did a ton of events tonight. Somia House, we did the Morpheus Network and Days event. We went to DNA House with Deepin Dinner. Pretty amazing event. Great conversations, like low key atmosphere and just vibe conversation. Like no blaring music. Don't get me wrong, blaring music is amazing, except for like earlier in the night when you're trying to conversate. Then went to Supermoon. Huge shout out to the entire Supermoon family. Amazing job. So many cool people were there with some great conversations. Glad to return to the Supermoon House like it was, 2.5 years ago after, was it South by or was it Consensus? I don't remember. But it was an amazing time. Got to meet some really cool people, see some really great friends. Huge shout out to Luke Kerner, Crypto Mondays, Crypto Oracle, Randy, just everyone. That I got to meet some really amazing people. Then after that, went over to the E-Girl Rave held by ATX DAO. Huge time there. That was a blast. Got to see Fast Eddie, media drafts. Got to even meet Lucifer. So just that was really cool. Then got to meet the Kong people over on AVAX and meet their team. That was a blast. A lot of cool conversations. Got to see Treats and Raposa Coffee team. One of the things that I did is, I sold some of my shit coins and bought coffee for a bunch of people. Not a lot. Maybe like 4 or 5 people. But I did one of those little pay it forward types of things. But it was a really cool thing, and I just wanted to pay it forward. So huge shout out to Raposa Coffee, and love the family. But then ended up going over to the Shogun event with and I got to meet Mert from Helios and connect directly with him, which was really cool. I fanboyed a little bit, so I hope I did not present myself horribly. Love what Mert is doing and how outspoken he is in his way. Solana's been crypto Twitter in general has been very interesting. But got to meet another really cool chain tonight, Geode. And then, at the Somia event, got to meet this awesome game builder, Chris, who launched his first game on Wax partnering with NASA. Basically made like a cross between like World and Warcraft and like Civilization, but on Mars using like physics and like the actual science behind everything. So people could try to build human colonies on Mars playing games. So some really cool builders doing some really awesome stuff. Why he did it on Wax, don't ask me. I don't know. But has some upcoming games trying to find chains. And so we're, I don't know if we're going to be able to help him in any way, shape, or form, because he young, smart, and like ready to fucking not only conquer the world, but conquer Mars. But we're really hoping to have him on the show and talk and show his game off. Missed out on going to Wilder World, but that looked like an amazing time with amazing arcade events. And I want to just take a second to shout out to Honest and Six. They had their Board Mafia event tonight, and I learned about it too late. And I want to say thank you so much for the invite. I wish I could have come, but I'm just crashing, and I had to get food. And then I had to do TacoBytes. Episode 648. Oh my gosh. Coming to you live from day 3 of Consensus, but talked to a ton of Bitcoin ordinal guys. You know me, this is the stuff that just sort of like is amazing, on the connections of people that I follow on Twitter a lot, and like that I finally get to meet like a fanboy. And so it's really cool to sort of see all of these people that have been around for a long time, and they're just learning about social media, and like, it's not that, okay, I've been around longer in Web3, or, at least Bitcoin, than a lot of them, but they've been actively building and actively doing things. And I think that is the coolest shit ever. And I love builders. Builders, let builders build. And this has been an amazing time. Got to meet with a bunch of different AI projects. Got to meet with, like I said, a bunch of Bitcoin ordinal projects, and sort of do little interviews with them today. So we're going to be posting those interviews. We got to talk with a bunch of we actually got to talk with some of the hackathon participants as well as the night ended. So it was really cool to sort of hear what people were building and sort of like shoot ideas. And, it makes me miss my dev days a little bit, but at the same time, just had a great day. And so I want to shout out to the entire CoinDesk team. Thank you so much for Consensus 2024. Next year is going to be an abridged version in Hong Kong right before ETH Denver. And then the big main event of Consensus in Toronto next year. So this is going to be a really cool shift And will it be an amazing, as different of a shift from Consensus New York to Consensus Austin? We are yet to find that one out. This was just like fan day a little bit. Last night I also got to meet Mario Nafal in person, which is hilarious because he's like, Taco, I feel like I know you. And like, I showed him my PFP. He's like, oh, you're Taco. He's like, I love what you bring to the round table. And then getting compliments like that, it is an honor. And so like, I try not to shut up and like shut down because I'm horrible at taking compliments all of the time. So I do what my grandma taught me and just say thank you. But it was a lot of people that whether you like them or not, they are consistent and they are transparent as much as they can be, but they are consistent. That is what I love in this space. And so look for the people that show up every day, whether you agree with them or not. Are they out here when it's good times, and are they out here when it's bad times, and what are they doing? And the people that disappear, those are the people that, they're not bad people. Not all of them. I apologize making it sound like I'm talking down about them because they might have their own personal life stuff. But yeah, no, it was just an amazing time. One of the really cool people that I got to see again was Hosky Token. And I got to give out the greatest shitcoin airdrops to as many people as possible. So if you are watching the video, there you go. There is some anywhere from $5 to $500 worth of free shitcoins. They are yours, and no one else gets them. First come, first serve. And yeah, no, I'm eating the paper QR code so that no one else gets it. Hopefully you do. But I just want to shout out to everyone that came to Consensus. The media, everyone that tries to talk bad about crypto says that it is anonymous and like dark web and Silk Road. And it's interesting because I worked in social services for like 20 years off and on. I was in the trenches day in and day out with people, triaging medical care, working with IDD adults, emergency situations, day-to-day care. And I worked with amazing people, huge hearts. But work sort of stopped at the door. At the end of the day, whether it was a 12-hour shift or an 18-hour shift, we went our separate ways. And in crypto and blockchain, through all of these live in IRL events, you get to put faces to the names to people that show up day in and day out, that you get to talk to about not just what the chart looks like, but family and everything else. And so getting to see people like, I have a friend that I normally see at every event, and instead he wasn't able to come because his wife is about to have a baby. And I knew this and got to send him congratulations and stuff like that. And so knowing what's going on in people's lives, though pseudo-anonymous, I'm not hiding behind a PFP. It's what everyone knows me as. It's that brand. Just like, I don't know, maybe you do. I don't know what the president, the CEO of Nike looks like, but I know the swoosh. So as you see my PFP circling on my backpack on the back, that's what I wear to every conference. So people who don't know me, but might know me on Twitter, recognize me and can find me. And so it is an amazing thing to be able to have these relationships with people that I get to see time and time again that are out here building, whether it's building networks, building projects, building communities, building their stacks of money. They show up time and time again. And those are amazing relationships, great people that I get to meet time and time again, and I'm honored to do that. And so I have to go to bed. It is so late. I have another conference tomorrow, Tokenize, hosted by Michael Turpin. He asked me to come. And so get to go see some amazing projects building in the security space, in RWAs that are actually trying to be securities and do it right on blockchain. So super awesome time. I got to get to bed because it's like 4 a.m. almost. And I hope that if you're watching this and you're here in Austin, I hope you've had a great time. Come find me if you're around. If not, Sunday I head off to Singapore, so we're gonna do some airport TacoBytes again. So we're flying to Singapore for Super AI, hosted by Token 2049 team. Gonna be an amazing time. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Before you tune out, as always, we end every episode the same way. Our words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet, because our words of wisdom are always the same. So I want to shout out to everyone on YouTube, Player One Taco YouTube, 0x Degens YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Telegram, Twitter video, Rumble, Kick, on-chain via Unlonely, and on-chain via Soul Media Tech, on Solana thanks to Filecoin. But as always, a closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come a knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. And with that, I want to wish everyone a great night, and we get to end with the greatest, worst knock knock joke on the face of the planet. But that is always the same. Knock knock. Who's there?